When I had an argument with my childhood sweetheart, she got so angry that she slapped me in front of everyone that Dai deleted all her contact information. Everyone was in disbelief, Ellie, and I grew up together. Javi liked her since I was a child, and have been chasing after her for 9 years. Why, Brian? Just because of that slap. She asked blankly. Yes, just because of that slap, I said bristlingly when Ellie slapped me in the face. I didn't even react to what had happened with a dull snap. I staggered. My head was buzzing. My left cheek was hot at first, and then it was burning like fire. I covered my face and looked at her blankly. My childhood sweetheart Ellie slapped me in public when I had an argument with the transfer student. Ellie realized what she had done, and her expression froze for a moment, but was soon covered by anger and impatience. Can you please stop making trouble? Her really slapped me in public. Brian, go back to your seat, someone in the class sneered softly, and more people watched this good show in silence. Nathan stood beside Ellie playing with his pen and sighed. Hi, Ellie, what are you doing? Don't you see that your little follower is about to cry? Ellie's voice became even colder after hearing this. Brian, if you want to cry, go back home and cry. This is a school, not a place for you to have an attack anytime and anywhere. In the mixture of shame, grievance, and resentment, big tears burst out of my eyes amid the laughter of the girls. I rushed out of the classroom. I didn't know where to go, but I didn't want to go to class anymore, and I didn't want to stay and face the group of people in the classroom. In fact, Ellie has never had patience with me, but being slapped by her is really the first time. Not only that, this is the first time I have been slapped in the face since our childhood sweethearts grew up. Ellie and I are childhood sweethearts. We have known each other since we were 3 years old. Her parents and my parents have been good friends for more than 10 years. We live on the same floor and opposite each other. I have liked Ellie since I was a child. When I was in elementary school, I was always bullied by other girls. There was a girl who was the worst, sat in the back seat, pulled my hair, and put chewing gum on my chair. Gradually, Ellie softened her heart and was no longer so repulsive to me, and noticed more and more that her gaze on me stayed longer. When she made eye contact with me, she would sometimes be absent-minded, and sometimes she would act as if she was electrocuted. She would stammer on change the subject. With a flushed cheek, Uncle Ellie said, since the two children have such a good relationship, why not baby marriage? Arrange a baby marriage for them. Ellie didn't say anything, but held my hand tightly. I saw her ears turn red, and my heart was sweet. I said loudly, okay, I want to marry Sister Ellie. However, when I entered high school, everything began to change. At the end of the first semester of the first year of high school, a transfer student came to our class. The transfer student's name was Nathan. I heard that he transferred because of his parents' work transfer, had good grades, and a handsome face on his first day here. He had chestnut curly hair, and he smiled and said to the head tier teacher, this is natural, my hair color is light and it's naturally curly. Then he turned his head and scanned our class. When he saw me, Hestep stared at me for a while and suddenly laughed. Oh my God, where did this country prince come from? Ha, his whole body is blue. Oh my God, you're already in high school, are you? Trying to be cool, it's so embarrassing. The whole class's eyes followed him to me. My face turned red on the spot. I like blue, especially blue. Almost everything I buy is blue. Blue school bag, blue teacup, blue hairpin, blue short sleeve shirt, blue sweater, blue phone case, and even the pendants have to be blue because of these. I have been talked about a lot in elementary school. Girls said I was sick, and boys said I was pretending to be cute, but most people are very good. More boys would tell me that I am super cute, and blue suits me, especially. It was the first time that I was laughed at in public so bluntly and without any concealment. I was confused and ashamed for a moment. I wanted to find a first day of school hole in the ground to crawl into. Ha, sorry, I am a bit straightforward. Don't be angry, little prince. Seeing this, Nathan winked playfully and said, okay, it's your first day here, so say less. At this time, Ellie's impatient voice rang out. I turned around only to see Ellie frowning again, looking at Nathan. With displeasure, Nathan raised his eyebrows and stared at Ellie. Oh, the prince guardian princess is here. What are you talking about? Are you sick? Ellie got angry and slammed the table. The teacher scolded her immediately and asked her to sit down. Then Nathan was arranged to sit in an empty seat. I don't know if it was a coincidence, but the only empty seat in the class was the seat in front of Ellie, so they became the front and back desks. I don't know when Ellie and he became strawberry milk lows. It was just one day. Very suddenly, Uncle Ellie asked her to bring the strawberry milk every morning. She changed it to pure milk. I hate pure milk the most, don't you know, staring at the box of pure milk in my hand. I was a little unhappy. Okay, isn't it because the strawberry milk box is blue you are sold? And still drink it every day. What does strawberry milk look like? Drink pure milk in the future. It's healthy. Ellie patted my head. Nathan also had a box of pure milk in his hand. Hearing this, he turned his head and smiled as if embarrassed. Sorry, little prince. I like pure milk, so I let Ellie bring this. However, strawberry milk is too sweet. It's real easy. Do little princes like you like to drink this? I put down the milk, frowned, and looked at him. Do you like to give people nicknames? He froze. Then his face showed surprise and helplessness. How? Why are you saying it so seriously? I was just joking. You are too sensitive. Oh my God, am I sensitive or are you guilty? You know it in your heart. Okay, Brian. Ellie stopped us and looked like she had a headache. Nathan sometimes speaks without thinking. Don't take it to heart. I was so angry that my eyes turned red. I pushed Ellie hard and didn't forget to scold Nathan. If you can't speak, don't speak. Ellie was startled and quickly put her arms around my waist. Without thinking, she said, okay, I was wrong. Don't be angry. Can I bring you strawberry tomorrow? Seeing this, Nathan's face changed and he stared at me from the next day. Nathan started to target me. I took out the blue package tissue. He shouted, wow, you have to use blue. Are you trying to package yourself as Avatar? During the general cleaning, I wiped the broom handle with wet tissue. He winked at the girls. The prince's disease is here. Change seats every 2 weeks. I'm tired of moving tables and want to rest for a while. Nathan shouted in class that the prince couldn't move anymore and asked for servants to help him move. Whenever this happened, the boys who played well with him would cheer him on and seemed to find it very interesting. They laughed happier and happier. Ellie thought it was inappropriate at first and tried to stop him, but Nathan said nonchalantly that it was just a joke. Brian seemed to reserve at ordinary times. I was helping him get along well with his classmates. Hearing this, Ellie nodded thoughtfully. Brian has a bit of Prince was helping him get along syndrome. Are all boys nowadays like this? Nathan hit her shoulder and said, hey, I'm not a good person. Don't confuse me with them. Ellie Smoletti felt sour in my heart. In fact, Ellie thought I was delicate and had a bad temper. I have always known that. For most girls, liking blue, having misophonia, and being weak are probably signs of Prince syndrome. Finally, one time I couldn't help it. During the summer vacation of that semester, I went to the beach with my parents, and my skin got a lot of tannin. In fact, this happened a few times before, usually as long as I went home and stayed at home for half a month. My skin would turn white again, so I didn't care. After the summer vacation ended and school started soon, I wore a blue shirt under my school uniform. When Nathan saw it, he raised his voice exaggeratedly. Oh, I wore a blue shirt under my school uniform. God, Brian, your skin is so dark and you're wearing this blue. Don't you think it's funny? No. Hi, I'm dying of laughter. How can you be a prince like this? How can there be such a dark prince? I think you look more like a little black dog. Ha. He and several boys laughed together. Chanelli seemed to find it funny too, with her lips curled up. At that moment, a huge sense of helplessness and shame overwhelmed me. I just felt the blood rushing to the top of my head and my fists clenched amid their laughter. I picked up the water cup and splashed it in his face. Nathan was stunned and wiped his wet face frantically. He was actually wearing makeup, which was a little stained by the water. Cough, cough, cough. What are you doing? Are you sick? Oh my God. I imitated his speech last school. You were doubly imitated his speech. Child stickers and lipstick. No wonder you're not a prince. You're here to sell your smiles. Right anecdote. Several girls frowned and stopped me, led by Ellie, who snatched the water cup from my hand. Brian apologized. She lowered her head and looked down at me, frowning and saying coldly. My eyes turned red and I stared at her. Didn't you hear what he said to me? He said I was like a dog. Let's put things in perspective. You've already cursed back. Now you have to apologize for throwing water on him. Admit your mistakes. Be obedient and don't throw a tantrum, she said. As a matter of course, apologize. Nathan won't bother with you, I sneered and said. You. Ellie's eyes widened and she slapped me hard. I didn't go to class that day and went straight home. I rushed into the room, searched the whole house, frantically messing up the bookshelves, wardrobes, In Locker's Ituki rushed into the room, a big cardboard box, and found all the things that Ellie had.